We're filming in my room today. I want to talk college before you click off. I just want to talk why it's okay if you go, why it's okay if you don't go, and why it's okay if you went and it didn't fucking work. Because guess what? I went and it didn't fucking work. Long story, very, very short. I went to college for 2 years, a 4-year university for 2 years, and I left. And I went home, and while I was trying to figure out what I do, because in my mind it was either figure out what you're doing or fucking fail. Anybody that has ever been like, if I stop doing college, everybody will think I'm a failure. I feel like you'll understand what I'm saying. I took a year break from high school, went to college after that. In that year break that I had taken from high school, I took it for my mental health, and I worked really hard that year. I worked the whole year. Eventually, I actually completely weaned myself off of the medication I had been on for my anxiety and panic, and it was great. I was like functioning like a normal person, and then I went to college, and I was great for about the first month, and then after that, I was freaking the fuck out because college is super, super, super stressful. That's like no joke. I know people make jokes about it a lot, but it's no joke. That shit will mess you up, okay? I had to get back on medication, so I got back on medication because I was like, I gotta make this work. I can't quit school. So for 2 years, I was just miserable, even though I was on medication. While I was at home, freaking out, going, what do I do, what do I do, what do I do? It just kind of hit me. And if people are upset because I quit college, that's not my fault. Because I have to do what's best for me. And this is not working for me and my mental health. And at the same time, I don't want to sound like some 23-year-old that's like, oh, she got fucking life figured out, because I don't. I just know that I made a decision based off of wanting to do what I wanted to do. I think still, even though I've had essentially the worst year of my life, I still think I made the right decision. So while I'm still trying to get my panic disorder in check, I really honestly feel like I'm not really dealing with anxiety as much anymore. I still constantly say like, oh, I'm anxious and this and that and the other. But really, it's just my panic disorder is fucking with me. I decided that I was going to do the things I wanted to do. And one of the things I wanted to do is this. And I just am doing it because fucking why not? I don't want to get super into that because the whole point is to talk about school. And I just needed to tell you guys where I was coming from. I just really wanted to kind of say that if you went to school and it didn't work out, and you're on like a gap year, or you're taking a semester break and you're trying to figure out what you want to do, or you're in my situation where you went to school and you dropped out and you're like, that fucking blew ass and I don't want to go back, and now I'm still kind of trying to figure out what I'm doing. That's okay. You're okay, and like you're gonna be okay. And I feel like this almost looks like I dropped out of school to start a YouTube channel video, and that's so not it, because I dropped out of school a year ago, over a year ago. So don't think that, please don't think that. And I'm not encouraging anybody to do that. And I'm not expecting to do for this to anything, period, which a lot of you are probably like, whew, thank God, because this channel sucks. But if you're in a situation where you're trying to be like, what am I doing? That's okay. And you'll figure it out, because we're all under some impression that we have to do things within a certain amount of time. I don't want to say every year is like, you should have accomplished something by then. We're constantly fed, all of these things, like all of these ideas of like how our life should be and what we should be doing. If that's what you want to do, do it. That's kind of my point. It's like, do whatever you want, and don't let the pressure of what society is telling you judge and control how you live your life. If college is something that you love, if college is something that you loved, like if you graduated and you're like, I loved every minute of it, it was great. I know tons and tons of people that are like, I loved it. I got to discover who I was, and I really got to reinvent myself, and I really made like lifetime long life friends, and made friends, good friends that are going to be here forever, then that's great. If you just loved the social aspect, period. If you loved how big the campus was that you went to or you're going to, if you, whatever it is that you love about it, if you love all of it, if you're just like, this is so exciting, this is everything, I'm so happy for you. So great that you have found whatever is working for you, because at the end of the day, I just want everybody to do what works best for them. And so if you're on the other end of that and you're like, I never went to college and I have loved my life from the minute I graduated high school, I'm glad that you're loving your life, because that's all I want for anybody, is to love the life that they're living. And if you don't, fucking do something about it to change it, because you won't regret it. I could almost promise you that. Because even though it was like one of the hardest things I ever did, I have genuinely not regretted it once. And at the same time, I don't regret that I tried. Overall, I just want everybody that's in college, everybody that just dropped out, just go easy on yourself. Do what's gonna be easiest for you. Or maybe not what's easiest, do what's best. Because sometimes the easiest thing to do isn't always the best thing to do. Just don't let the way society dictates how your life should be dictate how your life goes. Like, don't let that control why you're going to school. I just want everybody to do what they want with their life. I don't want anybody to let their parents, their boyfriend, their girlfriend, their husband, their wife, their partner of whatever, their friends, their family, like anybody, I don't want anybody to ever dictate what you do with your life, because you should do what's gonna make you happy. And I honestly just want you guys, and anybody honestly, to make sure that they're doing everything for themselves. And I'm not talking about going to work to feed your children. That's very fucking different. Feed your kids. You know, give them clothes and all the necessities that people need to function and live. I'm talking about big life decisions. Don't make them for somebody else. Every big life decision you make should be for yourself and for the sake of your own happiness.